power suits aren't just about structure and shoulder pads. You want way more than that from your typical power suit. It's not just wear a blazer and call it a day. There's a fine line between powerful and painfully generic. And if you ever put one on and thought, this doesn't feel like me, you're not alone. In today's video, I'm breaking down the do's and don'ts of power suits for women. What elevates them, what cheapens them, and how to wear one in a way that reflects your authority without feeling stiff or overdone. Hi, my name is Basia and I am an ex-celebrity stylist turned personal stylist. I've spent over 15 years helping ambitious women, corporate professionals, and entrepreneurs build wardrobes that match their level without blending in or playing it safe. If that sounds like you, well then subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video, which is every Wednesday. Let's dive in. There is something powerful about a really well-fitted power suit. Not only does it give you confidence, but it gives you that feeling when you walk in a room, people stop talking. They know the boss just walked in. You're ready to command the room. But in order for that power suit to do its job, it needs to have certain elements. And no, it's not just the structure, it's not the shoulder pads, and it's definitely not a typical, that neutral suit. It needs way more to give you that feeling like when you put it on, you're ready to take over the world. So first things first, let's talk about what elements your power suit actually needs to have to give you that strong presence. First of all, the fit. I've said it before and I'm going to say it again. It doesn't matter how expensive your suit is. It doesn't matter what is it made of. If it's branded or not, if it doesn't fit you, it's not working. The first thing I often see women get wrong is the fit. The suit doesn't fit their body shape. It's either too small, too big, but also not the best silhouette for their body shape. So let's talk about what type of suit fits you based on your shape. So for all the ladies out there with an inverted triangle body shape, meaning broader shoulders, bigger bust, the best suit for you is going to be single-breasted. Now why? Well, because it has narrower lapels, usually a slimmer fit, fewer buttons, and overall it creates a more streamlined, slimmer effect. Now, if you have narrower shoulders or smaller bust, you can go for either like a single-breasted or a double-breasted blazer. A double-breasted suit usually has those, thicker lapels, more buttons, and it crosses over your midsection, so essentially it adds a bit more volume. That's why it's better for that triangle body shapes. And if you don't know what your shape is yet, I've got another video that breaks it down and I'm going to link it in the description below. Now let's go back to the fit. Another big mistake I see, the sleeves being too long. They go past the wrist. It instantly makes the whole power suit feel bulky and heavy. Shoulder pads are either too tight or too wide. The blazer itself is too tight or too loose. The pants are dragging or riding up. For a power suit to do its job, it has to flatter your shape. It needs to fit like a glove. And if it doesn't, well, that's what a tailor is for. Even if it's just, the pants being too long, that's a really quick fix. It makes a huge difference. Number 2, the color. Now, I'm sure if you open your closet, you're going to find, that typical black suit, maybe a navy one, possibly a beige or nude. But let me tell you, the real power is in color. Now, of course, it all depends on what you're dressing for, your industry, your work culture, the dress code. But there is nothing more commanding than walking in a room in a power suit with color. Now, if you like deeper shades, you want to try like maybe that bottle green or plum instead of black or navy. Those are perfect options for like conferences or the office. If you love lighter tones, go for like that powder blue, light pink, even white. What I usually tell my clients, darker suits for fall and winter and lighter ones for spring and summer. Next up, structure. Now you've probably heard this a million times, but structure matters a lot. And listen, if your suit is cheaply made from flimsy fabric with no structure, you might as well not wear it, because instead of helping you, it's going to hurt your image. Now, let me show you a side by side. So one suit has great tailoring, amazing fit, and other one looks cheap, bad fit, poor fabric, no shape. You can see the difference immediately. A structured suit shouldn't feel soft or soggy. It should hold shape. No extra fabric around the waist. It should hug your silhouette in a clean, powerful way. So now when you're shopping online, you want to really pay attention to how the suit fits the model. Sure, yeah, I know brands will style it to look good in photos, but look closely and you will see whether the suit actually has shape or just looks good in a picture. Also, look at the fabric. So what you want to do is for winter, go for like the wool cashmere blend. For warmer seasons, wool cotton blends will work really well. Next, prints. Now, when it comes to printed power suits, here's what I tell my clients. Keep it simple. Why? Because you are investing in a power suit. It's not going to be cheap. You want to make sure it works for everything. So whether you are on stage, at the conference, or in an office, if you're going for prints, well, you want to stick with classic ones. So maybe like stripes, plaid, maybe florals if that's your thing. Otherwise, what I would recommend is to stick with solid colors. It will be way easier to mix and match with the rest of your wardrobe. Lastly, styling. Now, wearing a full suit is one of the most powerful ways to show up confident, polished, and in control. But depending on your environment, you can absolutely style it differently. So, for example, if you're dressing for like the visible, formal setting, like maybe on stage or leading a team in a meeting, what you want to do is to wear a full suit and you can keep the top underneath neutral. But if the environment is more casual or the dress code is looser, you can break the suit up. Maybe you can wear like just a blazer with maybe printed blouse and tailored pants, or you can take that statement pants and pair them with like a simple top and a different blazer. Now, another option, what you can do is to wear a full suit but style it with a printed blouse underneath. That instantly softens that look while keeping the power intact. So what you can do also to get that powerful look without wearing a full suit in the same color, and you can do it by mixing and matching instead, which makes the outfit feel less conservative and more stylish. So overall, here's what you want to pay attention to. Fit. It must flatter your shape. It's not negotiable, okay? Number 2, structure. It has to hold its shape and feel polished. 3, color. Use it to create presence and authority. 4, prints. Stick to classic unless it truly fits your style. And lastly, styling. Adapt based on your settings without losing that impact, because no matter where you're going, your power suit should help you feel like the most confident person in a room. So now you know everything about the power suit. If you want to learn more, I have a free elevated work style guide and you can download it for free in the description below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified when I post a new video, which is every Wednesday. Thanks so much for watching and I will see you next week.